Yeah, hi everyone. This game caught my attention, so I'm thinking of sharing it to all of you. It's in a I tried to get more info about this challenge match, but I couldn't get any. But all I have info is this is a Kenya chess challenge. So it's a 4 game match between Mehul Gohil versus Victor Ngani. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Um, and this is the fourth round. This is round 4, and yeah, so Mehul Gohil is playing white and Victor Ngani is playing black. So the game started with knight f3, d5, and then later on transfers back to d4, e6, e3. So we have the Carlsbad structure, both sides. Bishop d3, c5, and b3. So now we have this Kole Zukatot opening. This is actually a very nice system. I use it myself sometimes. Okay, so black play knight c6, bishop b2, bishop b7, knight b2. So this is like the sort of like the setup that we always use with the Conley system, and then we castle, and then knight e5. So castle, castle, and here black played an early knight b4, trying to win the bishop pair. So white retreats, bishop e2. Let's say here, right? Okay, here black plays b6. Let's say black plays c take d4. Is what we cannot play e takes d4. I'm not sure about knight takes d4, bishop d4, but usually I saw that people always take e takes d4. I think it's to reinforce this e5 square because most of the time this white knight will land here to prevent this pawn from moving forward. And also the knight here in this outpost controls many important square. So this pawn will sort of support the knight. One of the things that um, I have problems when I play College Zukotot is sometimes this bishop will, if this bishop will sort of, if I didn't play it correctly, it'll be stuck like this, and it's only like very low scope, and it doesn't even contribute to attack. So this problem is always in my I face when I'm playing this system. So anyway, black plays b6, a3, knight c6. Now bishop d3 back, then bishop b7, and then here white plays knight e5. Though this is from my experience, I'm not sure if I'm correct, but usually we play knight e5 when sorry, knight e5 is always effective when the bishop is on c8, and um, when when these pawns are still here and the knight here, and knight e5 is usually effective because sort of like if the pawns are still here, the bishop can't go out. Or let's say if it's a Slav setup, the bishop couldn't go out this way, and with the knight having to go here, the bishop is sort of stuck, and if the bishop is stuck, the rook is stuck as well. So this knight e5 plan, in my opinion, works really suitable for that type of setup. For this one, problem is if you, I mean, not a problem. After opponent already play bishop e7, the knight e5 thing probably is not so effective because now the bishop has like space. I mean, it's easy for black to develop. Uh, but yeah, white goes for this knight e5. I mean, this is the standard plan. And here, I think once, in this my opinion, once bishop already develop like this, is faster for black to equalize. So here black takes, and probably here, in my opinion, maybe black play a slightly dubious move, which was knight d7. Problem with knight d7 is although it presses this e5 square, if we split the board into like sort of like half like this, we will realize that now if there's ever will be an attack on this king side, then black will only have like two pieces depending, and even that the bishop is quite restricted. I mean, it can go here, probably can go here, but the knight will have like a little bit of difficulty going back to the king side. I mean, the rook has to move, and it's really cramped. So the best way probably is to play knight e4. So this I think will equalize because like let's say if white takes and then after bishop e2, black can take this, and this in my opinion this is sort of like black already equalized, and this is very hard for white to make progress. It should be a draw. Anyway, after knight d7, so the standard plan for white after knight e5, if the knight is captured, we capture to the f pawn, and then this pawn will control these squares. This e5 pawn is sort of like it works like a pawn to split up both sides, both king side and queen side. And the typical plan will be like I'm not sure if you can immediately play queen h5 pressure here, but usually people will play something like f4, um, you know, queen here, rook here, or even yeah. So basically it's like that. F3, f4, and then queen here, and then rook will enter from here, and those are the typical plans. So here, after f4, white play sorry, after 97, white play f4 to reinforce the pawn, and also probably in later on can push f5 for a pawn break to sort of like chip in black's position. So now if white can just get this bishop into controlling that diagonal, uh, it will be very deadly. Here, uh, black didn't play probably the best move. The best move is c4 because you're already really stuck in the center, and the king side is kind of cramped. So you really have to start some sort of activity on the queen side. So let's say if this is taken, knight c5, and then let's say white just want to remain one pawn up, then we distract here. Let's say here block, then just take, and black will have this pin and will win the pawn back. And probably here even maybe black has the better chances, probably I guess, because he has a bishop pair, and maybe a slightly better pawn structure, I would say. But here, black plays. I think if black plays c4, I think they will equalize. But now after g6, problem is in my experience, if you make this fianchetto pawn structure like this, the triangle structure, but the bishop is outside and not here, usually it will lead to a lot of complications for the defending side, the one who has the fianchetto structure. And yeah, I've seen plenty of games, and the side that does this before the bishop here usually either lose or have a very difficult time during the game. And here white plays queen g4. Yeah, I think probably the idea of getting here stuff like that. And also here black cannot just play f6, otherwise queen e6 check. Okay, this probably in my opinion maybe is a mistake of pushing h5, because this d6 point is quite critical, as you will see later in the game, because it blocks any attack from this diagonal. So you need both of these pawns to support it, to um, to support the g6 square. So if you play h5, this g6 square will become very weak because it only defends on the f7 pawn. Plus this bishop is on the other side, so you will not be able to help defend this light square. Um, Notice that if the bishop is here, it will help to gas the e6 square. And here, if it's white's turn, you can always. I mean, if the queen is not attacked, you can always bail out by playing bishop here, then take bishop take, then take queen take check, and you can always like repetition draw if it's white's turn. Oh yeah, and also why I don't really prefer this h5 move because generally the general rule is you don't make too many pawn push in front of the king because it weakens the position. So the white plays queen h3. Um, Computer says queen g3 is the best, maybe to maintain this attack here. But I think after bishop h4, um, I think will play queen h3 anyway. And this is the idea. Maybe to directly make a pawn break here, I think. Uh, but white play queen h3. Okay, so king d7 is a mistake. But I mean, for me who is watching this game, it'll be easy to see because probably in the game I won't see white's very strong move in the next one. So you can pause the video here and try to find what is white's next excellent move. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the next move is pouncing on the weakness of this g6 square, as I mentioned earlier, due to his h5 and it's f5. So usually, when you want to have a successful attack against the enemy king, and usually it always involves a pawn break. So before you start an attack, try to maximize any pawn break that you have, like this one, this pawn break, because it forces black to do something. Because let's say you don't do anything, let's say you play a nothing move like a6 or something, then f6, totally wins. And here black cannot play c4 as well because of f6, and you win a piece, and probably even more than that. Okay, e takes, let's say e takes f5. Yeah, so how to exploit this is not to play e6. This is the first thing that came into my mind, but I realized it doesn't work because after you check, it looks like we win a piece, but black can just play bishop f6. So if you take this, for example, in a game, if you take that, then black can win back your strong bishop and attack your knight and probably get another pawn. So let's say if e takes f5 happen, you don't play e6, but what you play is uh bishop take f5. You take f5 and then rook takes f5. So with the idea of going probably going here, then check, and yeah, all this thing coming. Um, and this rook will come in as well. So in the game, instead of e takes or just letting f6 check, black play g takes f5. Maybe black, I'm not sure, uh maybe with hindsight, he wouldn't make this h5 move because now white played an excellent move. We can pause the video and try to think what is white's next move. So I'm gonna give a few seconds. So the move is rook takes f5. It's really excellent. Yeah, why is this move played? So yeah, black has to take right. And after queen takes f5, we have this queen h7 checkmate threat. And it's very hard for black to stop it. Like I say, uh maybe even that g there, I mean there's no way to defend this other than putting the rook, which is rook h8. And here again, white, always remember, like, one of the middle game tips is if you don't know what to move during an attack, try to look for your pieces which is not active, which is not doing anything. So in this case, this one is a potentially useful piece because you can always push e6. So probably it stays there the best because I mean, where else can it go? Going here doesn't work. Going, yeah. So the knight, we want to maximize it, but maybe the knight at the moment can only go from here, or here. That's another way. So the knight probably a candidate to move, and this bishop I think is probably in the best position. So the other one that is really not moving anything is this rook. It's not doing anything. So once you identify the piece that is not doing anything, we try to improvise it. So what do? We play rook f1, because here we improvise the rook with a direct attack on f7, and black has to respond. So black responding queen e8, and now the next move is excellent. It's e6 check. So we improvise our bishop, make it stronger by attacking this diagonal, and we check, and then also have a chance to win the knight. And here you can't just for example here you can't just take the pawn because it's checked. So black played f6. So sorry about that. So if black plays f6 now white uh takes the knight. So now if we do a material count, both have bishop pair, both have one rooks, but now white has a knight for a rook, and uh, knight and a pawn for a rook. Okay, so after takes, queen f7, and here another very good move by white, which is queen g5 check, exploiting this diagonal. You can't take because it's pinned. Um, yeah, this one I mean, if you allow white to release this bishop, then white's attack will be quite little. You can't block with the queen because just take it. And so here black tries to get the king out, but after this nice move, takes, takes. Okay. Then after rook g8, there's many ways to win this. You can bail out immediately like this, check, and then only probably play queen f4 check, and this winning for white. Uh, but here white plays the very aggressive move bishop g6, and after this black resign, because the reason why they resign is, let's say if he takes to the rook, then yeah, queen here I think is totally winning for black. You can't take because it's queen, you take and check. uh let's see what else can you do. You can't take the queen because it's queen. uh, yeah, I guess probably there's nothing else you can do. So after rook g6, let's say rook g6, then queen g6 win. You still can't take the queen, and this is checkmate. Okay, guys. So I hope you enjoy this show. Yeah, please like, share, and subscribe so you will not miss any of my videos. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.